Hi, so in this video I'd like to introduce this resource, this website called EngVid. It's engvid.com, and on this website there are many free English video lessons. So this website has various teachers teaching lots of different topics, and you can watch these videos. They're usually around about 10 minutes long, but some of them are shorter, some of them are longer. Okay, before we get into looking at the website, let me just explain about how I use this resource. So what I've done before when I'm teaching adults, I introduce this resource in the first class and I ask them to watch a video every week. Okay, you could ask them to watch, a video before every lesson, for example. So I set them this homework every week. They have to go to this website, find a video that they like on a topic that they're interested in, and watch the video and take notes. And then when they come to class, I give them 5 or 10 minutes at the beginning of the class, and they share what they learned. They discuss the expressions and the language that was in the video. And then we discuss a couple of things together and kind of answer any questions. This is a really nice way of encouraging learners to, access English materials outside the classroom, giving them extensive listening practice. They can learn other language on other topics outside of your classroom, and then in the class you just need to give them a little bit of time to share. And yeah, it's a good kind of system to set up, and once you've introduced this and explained the system to the students, it runs itself. You don't need to tell them new things every week. Okay, you just do the same thing every week. So yeah, this is a good website for adults to self-access English materials. So let's have a look. Okay, so if we scroll down, you can just find the newest English lessons. So you can just find like a random list down there. And these headings across the top here. So you can go to all lessons, or maybe a bit more interesting and better for your students is to encourage them to go to topics. So I said to them, everybody's different. Some of you are going to be interested in business English. Some of you might be more interested in culture. We have grammar. We also have some of the common language tests. So yeah, students can go in and choose a topic that interests them. So let's just go to speaking and let's have a look. Okay, so this is also something that I explained during the class. I introduced the website and went through the different sections. So you can see here speaking has 237 lessons, but what you can do now is you can use these filters to narrow down the search. So you've got the level, and when the last time I was teaching adults, they were actually quite low level, so I encouraged them to go to beginner if they want. And we've already got speaking, but you could check for a couple more options as well if there's a few of those that you're interested in. And you also have a list of teachers. So if the students like one of the teachers, the specific accent they have or the way that they teach, they can always go back to the same teachers. Okay, well, let's just choose somebody at random. So we'll just choose somebody here, and let's say beginner. So we've got 3 options in the filter, and then click Find Lessons. Okay, so we found 9 lessons, beginner level speaking for this teacher, Emma. Okay, and here you can see the lessons, and you can get a good idea about the content from the titles. And it also has, under the title, it has the level and some of the categories as well for the videos. Okay, yeah, so you can go in and let's try something else. Let's try the language tests, for example, and we'll take the level to intermediate as well. And let's see what they're... Okay, 65. So we've got 65 lessons on various topics. Yeah, nice thing about this website, it does have a whole range of topics. Some of the topics are just kind of fun, kind of cultural things or slang or something like that, very casual. But it also has, like proper grammar and good kind of formal expressions for students that are more interested in taking tests or, business English. So it has a big range of stuff. Also has cultural stuff. So some of your students might be interested in learning about Australian culture or British culture or American culture, and they can find that kind of content on here. Okay, so, you haven't seen one of the videos, have you? So let's just go in, we'll choose one. And most of the videos are similar like this. So you have the teacher in front of a whiteboard, and really they just go through some expressions and explain some expressions, give some examples, they might ask some questions and so on. Now, you might be able to tell from this logo, the videos are actually hosted on YouTube. So I'll show you that in a moment. You can just go straight to YouTube to find the videos, but I introduced this website because it has all of the search terms in there. Okay, so let's just watch 10 seconds.
Hi, welcome to EngVid.com. I'm Adam. Today's lesson is going to be a bit of a mix of grammar and vocab and writing, all of these skills you need together, because we're going to be looking at suffixes. And
okay, so that's the kind of video style that this site has. You can see here this video is 13 minutes. That's about average, but some of them are quite long. So yeah, you might, if you're going to use this for your students, you might want to tell them, have a look at the time, and if it's too long, then you could choose a different video. And as I mentioned, the videos have this whiteboard usually with all of the example expressions. So what I told my students is, pause the video and write down all of the expressions from the whiteboard and bring those to class for discussion. Okay, so yeah, we talked about the topics, but also in the menu at the top, you can go straight into a teacher. So let's have a look. Let's choose a teacher. So here we go, James. And now we've only got James's lessons, okay? So yeah, they all have, all of the teachers are from different places. Some of them are from North America, some of them are from England, Britain, and some of them are from Australia and New Zealand. So, encourage students to click around and find the teachers that they like. Okay, so yeah, very good for extensive listening. So as I mentioned, the videos are actually hosted on YouTube, which is good because I think YouTube is a very reliable video service. There's not usually any problems with that. So that's why I like to use YouTube for hosting videos. And students can go straight to YouTube and just search for EngVid or the, EngVid plus the name of the teacher. And they can just find all of the teachers you can see on the video here. They all have their own channels. Okay. Now, one last thing that I would mention to students, because this could be very helpful, is that they don't need to use the website. They can just use their phone. Okay, so if they're out on the subway, or if they're waiting somewhere and they have a little bit of free time, or if they're lying in bed and they just want to do a little bit of English listening practice, just taking it easy in the morning or in the evening, they don't need to use a computer. They can just access the video straight from the smartphone. So it's a really good website. I would suggest using this website with your students, especially older students who are kind of interested in taking responsibility for their learning, and they want to access materials outside the classroom. It's good for encouraging autonomous, self-directed learning. Okay, I hope that was useful, and think about using this resource in your future teaching. Thank you very much.